Hello friends, welcome to my channel Arvind Ijon. Today we will discuss about human development from book number 1, chapter number 4. Today we will try to learn the meaning of growth, the meaning of development, how development is different from growth, and finally the meaning of human development and human development index. So let's begin the class. What is development? As soon as we hear this word development, certain things come to our mind. High level of urbanization, more number of people living in the urban areas, towns and cities, big size of metro and mega cities in the country. Development means fast mode of transportation, highways, railways, airways, internet, computer, all these things. Development also means more factories and more industries. More number of people are engaged in secondary and tertiary activities. Development means high GDP and higher per capita income of the people. People are richer. Development means USA, Japan, Germany, Australia, like that. So development simply means economic development. Whenever we are talking about development, that means we are talking about economic development. This we have to understand. So simple word development refers to economic development only. Now we will try to understand what is growth and what is development. Are both same or different? This we will understand in this coming section of the video. What is growth? Growth simply means change in quantity. Change in quantity refers to growth. A growth may be positive or negative. That means change may happen in positive side or in negative side. There may be positive growth or negative growth. Take one example. Population of our country in the year 2001 was only 102 crores. It changed, it increased. In the year 2011, it became 121 crore. So this change is called as, so please understand, growth means change in quantity only, and change may happen in positive as well as negative direction. Now what is development? Development means change in quality as well as in quantity. In NCERT book, only quality has been referred, but I will advise you to use quantity also. So you should write change in quality as well as in quantity is called as development. Or in other words, improvement in something is called as development. Take the same example of population. If between the gap of 10 years from 2001 to 2011, if living standard of the people has increased, if literacy rate has improved, then only we can say there is development. So development moves only in one direction, and that is positive direction. So this is the basic difference between growth and development. Growth means simply change in quantity. Development means change in quality. Growth can go in positive side as well as negative side, but development is always in positive direction. There is no negative development. So this is the difference between growth and development. Now we will come to our main topic, and that is human development. Human development is different from economic development. Economic development is a narrow concept. It covers only the one dimension of human life, and that is economy, money, per capita income, GDP. These are the elements of economic development. But human development is quite different from economic development. As I told you that human development is a broad concept, and this concept of human development was first introduced by Dr. Mahbub ul Haq. He was a very renowned personality from Pakistan, and he brought this concept of human development. Before that, people were using only the term economic development. So hereafter, a new concept came called as human development. If any question comes in your examination that what is human development, then with the help of 5 or 6 points, you can explain what is human development. So let's try to understand the meaning of human development with the help of some points one by one. Point number 1. According to Mahbub ul Haq and UNDP, United Nations Development Program, human development means enlarging people's choices and raising the living standard. What is the meaning of enlarging people's choices? Enlarging people's choices means people of that particular country have more choices. They have more options to choose, to select. We can understand this point with the help of some example. Let's take example of a country A where there is only one option, where there is only one choice before the people to move from one place to other place, and that is roadways. They can go from one village to other village, they can go from one town to other town, but they have to go only by road. There is no other means of transportation. So they have only one choice. But suppose there is another country, country B, where there are many choices before the people. There are good quality of roads, railways, airways, waterways. There are metro trains, bullet trains, good means of communications also, internet. So they have many choices. Now tell me, in which country human development exists, country A or country B? Of course, this will be country B, because in country B there are many choices before the people. Let's take another example. In country A, people only have one choice of occupation. People can go either for farming or they can keep some animals. They have very limited choices of occupation or to earn money. But in country B, there are many choices before the people. Some people are engaged in agriculture. They are farming. They are doing farming. They are cultivating crops. Some people are keeping animals also. Some people are working in factory. Many of them are working in tertiary sectors and quaternary sector. That means they are teachers, doctor, scientist, engineer, fashion designer, consultants, media person, and other areas also they are working in. So now tell me, in which country there is human development? Again, the answer will be country B, because in country B, people have many choices for their occupation. They can go for different areas and they can earn. So enlarging the people's choices means people must have many choices in all the areas of life. Next point, point number 2. Human development also means freedom. This concept was brought by a very renowned personality from India, Professor Amartya Sen. He was Nobel Prize winner. So what he says that development means freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from hunger, freedom from illiteracy, freedom from exploitation, and freedom from discrimination. So this was the meaning of human development according to Professor Amartya Sen, Nobel Prize winner. Point number 3. Human development means living long and healthy life. Health is an important dimension of human development. If people of any particular country are dying at very early age, if they have very short span of life, average life is 35 years, 40 years, we cannot say that there is human development. If death of child before the age of 5 years is more, we cannot say there is human development. So for human development, it is very important that people have long life and they are enjoying healthy life also. The average life of the people is more than 80, 85, 90 years. That means the health services in that particular country is very good. Point number 4. Human development also means living a meaningful and purposeful life. This point you have to emphasize because this is given in your NCERT book. Living a meaningful and purposeful life. What is a meaningful life? A meaningful life means your life has some value. You are not worthless. Your life is important. You mean for the country. If some people are living or dead does not make any difference for the country, that means their life is meaningless. But if my life or if the life of some people has some meaning, if I can do something for the betterment of the country, for the upliftment of the people, then my life is meaningful. So the population, the majority of the people must have a meaningful life, then only we can say that there is human development. Point number 5. Human development means becoming knowledgeful and educated. That means education is another very important dimension of human development. Without education, human development cannot exist. It's very important that people are educated. Only educated people can have a meaningful life. They can enjoy their life. They can contribute for the development of the country. So education is very, very important. And last point, point number 6. You can say that human development means all people of that particular country must be able to meet their basic needs. Meeting the basic need is also very important for human development. Food, clothes and shelter were 3 important basic needs earlier. But now 3 more elements have been added, that is education, health and sanitation. So total there are 6 basic needs, and these basic needs must be met by all the people. No person in the country should be deprived of food, education and health services. So if out of 6 points you are able to write at least 3 or 4 points about meaning of human development, you can score good marks. Now we'll talk about Human Development Index. Our next topic is Human Development Index. Now it's very important to measure that which country has performed better and which country is not doing well in terms of human development. There must be some method, there must be some measuring tools. In the year 1990, United Nations Development Program, UNDP, has devised a method how to give ranking to the country, that which country is at the first rank, second rank, third rank and so on. So that ranking method, that measuring method is called as Human Development Index. So you can say that Human Development Index is a method of measuring level of human development attained by a country or a state. So on the basis of this Human Development Index, different countries of the world are ranked. They are given position. So now the question comes that how this Human Development Index is prepared. What is the method? So for Human Development Index, 3 components are taken into consideration. And these 3 important components are health, education and income. Health, education and income. First component is the health. And for health, what kind of data is taken? For health, we take life expectancy at birth. That what is the average lifespan of the people. If people of that particular country have longer lifespan, that means higher Human Development Index. If people of that country have smaller lifespan, that means the country has lower Human Development Index. Birth rate, death rate, child mortality rate can also be taken into consideration for measuring Human Development Index. Next important component is education. And for education, we take literacy rate data. High percentage of literacy rate means higher Human Development Index, and low percentage of literacy rate means low Human Development Index. gross enrollment ratio, school dropout ratio, distance of school from home, and number of schools and colleges available in the country. All these data may be taken for education component. And the third important component is income. Per capita income is taken as a income, per capita income in US dollar. Here you can notice that the income component has been put into the last one. Income is not the first component, it is the last component. More weightage has been given to health and education compared to income. So here you can understand that economic development does not mean human development. Simply increasing in income, increasing in GDP does not mean it is leading to human development. This you have to understand. So on the basis of three components, health, education and income, Human Development Index is prepared, and that index is always between 0 and 1. If the value is close to 0, that means low human development, and if the value is close to 1, that means high human development. And we can call it medium human development if the value is near about 0.5 or 0.6. So today we have discussed human development and human development index. There are so many other topics remaining and we will cover it in the next video. That's all for today. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.